What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. As we reported early yesterday, brand new details emerging about the She-Hulk television series for Disney Plus in the form of an exclusive with the Illuminati.com. And in that report that I'll make sure to link at the end of this, I mentioned there seemed to be a lot of details for a casting call, but then a follow-up exclusive last night from a separate publication revealing the biggest detail of all, that none other than Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross will indeed be the main villain and the Red Hulk at that. We're going to break down exactly what the report said, how this ties to not only the upcoming Black Widow film, but Marvel Phase 4 as a whole, and of course, a certain supervillain team that seems all but confirmed for the MCU. Like I said, we're going to break the whole thing down, but first, if you could, grab the subscribe button. We're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel-related stuff, including a limited edition Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So yesterday we reported at the channel on multiple details about the upcoming She-Hulk television show from that exclusive with the Illuminati. Not only that she would hold true to her comic book origin and have a blood transfusion from none other than her cousin Bruce Banner, but that she would also become a future member of the Avengers. And in that video, like I said, that I'll make sure to link at the end of this, I explained how the groundwork had already been laid in the MCU, with Bruce Banner having already solved the Professor Hulk equation, and of course Hulk being able to save Jennifer Walters from something like a gunshot wound that she'll most likely suffer from in the television series, that there was enough connective tissue for her easily to make her debut. But she's far from the only Hulk to have the groundwork well laid for their introduction, and maybe no character, better Hulk or not, than Thunderbolt Thaddeus Ross, who's been around since the earliest part of the Infinity Saga, and who we've argued many times at the channel has stayed around for a good reason. As reported in an exclusive with the GeeksWorldWide.com last night, quote, William Hurt will see his character General Ross transform into the Red Hulk in Marvel Studios' She-Hulk Disney Plus series. Hurt will cameo as General Ross in the Black Widow, and while it's likely he will appear in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they've learned the appearance of his superpowered alter ego Red Hulk will happen in the She-Hulk series. They then go on to quickly parallel how Thunderbolt Ross was around in the comics, much like he was in the MCU before he ever became the Red Hulk, and then talk quickly about the details related to a She-Hulk Red Hulk storyline, in which it's revealed that the Red Hulk is actually created by MODOK, the leader of AIM, and as She-Hulk infiltrates AIM, she ends up fighting side by side with her cousin Bruce Banner against Red Hulk and MODOK. Now, obviously, MODOK has a show in development for an animated series. They've actually got Patton Oswalt attached to play MODOK, so it's unlikely either MODOK or AIM will play a part during the She-Hulk series, but that's far from integral in introducing Red Hulk, and it's more than likely the case they'll be headed directly into Red Hulk's formation of the Thunderbolts. Now, as a lot of original comic heads will tell you, the original formation of the team was by Baron Zemo in the comics, and given his central role as maybe the main antagonist during the upcoming Falcon and Winter Soldier television show, a lot of people assumed that was the iteration of the team we'd be getting, but more likely the case, we're headed for General Ross's formation of the team from the 2012 Marvel Now relaunch, and of course, because it's the MCU, they'll put whomever on the team makes sense for the narrative. Now, I've mentioned many times here at the channel that they've kept William Hurt's Thunderbolt Ross around in moments of prominence throughout the Infinity Saga when really they had no seeming reason to do so, especially in a movie like Infinity War, the most ambitious movie they had tried up until that date. When there wasn't enough dialogue to go around, he had almost an entire scene worth of dialogue with Rhodey before Captain America finally shows back up at the Avengers facility. And of course, this moment during Captain America Civil War, a very poignant moment for the Avengers during their breakup when at first he introduces the Sokovia Accords. And why all these prominent moments for Thunderbolt Ross? It has to be leading to something. That's where you cue the upcoming Black Widow film that seems to be harking back and tying up all the loose threads for the subplots that didn't get to take the foreground as they delved deeper into the cosmic happenings of the Infinity Saga. And in fact, in the last week alone, a brand new theory tying just what we've seen in the Black Widow trailer footage directly to the intro to Captain Captain America Civil War. When Rumlow, then Crossbones, tries to access the biochemical agent, they turn him into a human grenade. It seems like disaster was going to strike on that occasion either way, and when you look back on that and put it through the lens of a master plan for Thaddeus Ross, maybe already having created the earliest team in the Thunderbolts, you can then directly tie that to what happens during Civil War with, of course, Baron Zemo and how he was always one step ahead. And I outlined this theory here at the channel multiple times that, of course, a lot of other people thought maybe Agent 13 was involved, but in fact it could have been Thaddeus Ross that was tipping off and working with Baron Zemo the entire time, which would explain a lot of the reason that he was able to outthink and outsmart the Avengers, know where they would be at and what was going on with Winter Soldier. When you take all of this into account, Thaddeus Ross may have been working behind the scenes to create the Thunderbolts long before his transformation into Red Hulk. That would just be the final step for a character whose arc goes back throughout the Infinity Saga, like I said, paralleling what happened in the comics with Thaddeus Ross being on the scene as a protagonist for the Hulk long before he ever transformed into the Red Hulk. And for a television series like She-Hulk on Disney Plus, this is really indicative of what Kevin Feige said about them tying this directly to the MCU. To have Thaddeus Ross, who's been around in the movies only for over 10 years, to finally become a villain and of a TV series, well, that's just the sort of interconnective tissue that's going to make these TV shows absolutely must-see TV for any MCU fans, but more importantly, do exactly what Disney wants it to do for Disney Streaming Plus, and that is drive subscriptions. If they announce or drop a bombshell like Red Hulk is going to be in the She-Hulk TV series, you can imagine the spike in subscriptions as he is a fan favorite. And of course, to take a character that they've built this long on the movie screens and be willing to use him during a TV series really proves that they're not playing favorites in any way with the franchises or characters, and that even some of the biggest characters will eventually show up on the TV shows, and vice versa. Some of these characters introduced during the television shows like She-Hulk will go on to become Avengers on the big screen. One final thought I'll leave you with about the Thunderbolts, as they've been rumored to be in production now over at Marvel Studios actually since the earliest part of 2018 surrounding the release of Infinity War. It's only real recently that people have aimed at Disney Plus, and industry insiders have said that's where this show will debut. It's going to be interesting to see if Marvel doesn't want to take their first supervillain team in the Thunderbolts and try to put them on the big screen, as I think long-form storytelling as a series, 6 episodes of course like the others, will work better for that sort of team. And the most recent iteration of the team that had Thunderbolt Ross forming it had certain players on it that are being introduced into the MCU, especially very soon, like Deadpool, and I cannot reconcile in my brain how a character like William Hurt's Thunderbolt Ross would ever coincide with Deadpool on the same team. But of course, like I said, because this is the MCU, they can really involve any villain that they want, so I wouldn't go directly to the iterations in the comics and pull from those and say, yes, this is definitely the team they're doing, because that Red Hulk iteration had characters like Agent Venom, who we do have in the MCU, Flash Thompson, who's just a long way off ever explaining how he could become Agent Venom. So I think most likely the case, the Marvel Cinematic Universe will draw from a ton of the iterations of the Thunderbolts team and a lot of the villains we already have in the MCU, namely Zemo, perhaps even Taskmaster from the upcoming Black Widow film, but for sure, definitely not Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, as I just can't see them trying to make that genre mashup work in this early in Deadpool's introduction into the MCU, but maybe I'm wrong. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about all of this. The introduction of Thunderbolt Ross as Red Hulk finally after all this time. How hyped does that have you, A, for the She-Hulk series, but just Red Hulk in general, and B, how hype are you for the Thunderbolts? What iteration of the team do you think they're going to introduce? Let me know down below. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 600,000 subscriber mark. We are headlong into that. We'll easily hit that by this month's end or the beginning of next. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes we're giving away at the channel, like the limited edition Infinity Saga box set. We gave the first one away on New Year's Eve. We'll be giving this one away on the 2nd anniversary anniversary of the channel during April, all you have to do to be entered to win the PlayStations, the Infinity Saga box set, or any of the other prizes we announce at the channels will be doubling down throughout the upcoming year and next, hopefully all the way up to $1 million. All you have to do, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, and if you've missed any of the past winners, especially real recently, no worries. All you have to do, scroll back through the channel, look for the winner announcement and the sub count in the title, click on that video and scroll to the end. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.